What is up, YouTube? It is Doc here, Docky Style Gaming, and I am back at it again with another Godfall video for you all today. Now, in this video, we're going to be breaking down one of the new blog posts we got. We're going to be going over load times, a bit of customization because I keep seeing that brought up in the comments section a lot. So we're going to touch on that a bit, and when we're going to be getting some brand new footage. Spoiler alert, it's next week. But like I always say, without further ado, let's hop into all of this new information that we got so far. So as I mentioned, there was a new PlayStation blog article that came out going over the DualSense and the SSD, but along with some of the details and some extra GIFs and footage, we actually got some more details on the game as well. Now, I'm not even going to touch on the DualSense because I know y'all know how I personally feel about that right now. Again, until I get it in hand, I won't really make any judgments on it because as of right now, it still feels very gimmicky. It might be amazing, but until I get it in hand, I really don't have much to say on the DualSense. But with the SSD, we did get a bit of new footage showing off its load times, and they went into some detail about the benefits of PlayStation 5's SSD. So in the article, it states that there is nothing worse than falling in battle and having to wait to get back into action. Players are all too familiar with disruptive load screens as their character state resets after defeat. Now, when talking about Godfall, they said players will be able to quickly resume honing their combat prowess thanks to the power of the PS5's SSD. Lightning fast means never missing a beat. If you fall in combat, get right back up with near instant load times. We built Godfall to challenge players, and you likely won't conquer every encounter on your first attempt. We want to ensure that the death never feels like a punishment to players, but instead becomes an opportunity to learn and grow as a Valorant knight. And in the background, you can see that the load times are pretty much near instant. Now, there is a brief pause where you have to hold circle to actually restart from your checkpoint, but essentially the load time is pretty much near instant. And something else that I did take note of when I was actually downloading the footage, surprisingly, some of their titles, when they named their info on their files, some of them happen to be names of different creatures or abilities in the game. And this file's name for this boss in particular was titled the Glamorous Terrible Botu. So potentially the boss that we're seeing on screen's name is the Botu, but it is a very interesting boss, and I personally can't wait for a lot of these boss fights in the game because I really get a mix of Dark Souls mixed with Monster Hunter, and I feel like that's the perfect type of combat playstyle, especially when it comes to bosses in a melee-based game. And then also, I'm sure y'all have noticed by now, something I took notice of as well was that the longsword that Silvermane is using is actually a rapier type sword. So I know in the fall cinematic trailer, we saw Hinterclaw or Macros using this katana. Potentially the katana will fall under the longsword category in the game as well. But it is nice to see a bit of variation on different styles of weapons in the game, depending on the classes that they're in. Now, also from the blog post when talking about the SSD, they did also say that it is also important to us that players are able to quickly load into the various elemental realms as they ascend the Skybreaker's monolith. PlayStation 5 ensures that players are never stuck waiting around in their sanctum or their home base. Once a destination is selected from the holo map, players will be quickly sent to their missions, which personally is the one thing I'm looking forward to with the PlayStation 5. Not just because of the graphics or the SSD, but I'm interested in seeing how fast some of the games from the PS4 generation will load. So that was pretty much the important part to take away from that article. Like I said, they did go into some stuff about the DualSense, and like I always do, I'll leave the full article in the video description if you do want to check that out. But let's move over to some of this new gameplay that we'll be getting pretty soon. So yesterday, AMD showed off their new GPUs, and we also got a brief look at some Godfall footage, which I did post on the channel as well. But right after the event, Godfall tweeted on their official Twitter that be on the lookout for November 2nd for exclusive Godfall gameplay powered by, again, AMD's GPUs. So November 2nd is the spot you might want to be marking on your calendar because that is the day we'll be getting some brand new Godfall gameplay, and surprisingly on the PC. Now, I am pretty happy we're going to be getting some PC gameplay, even though I know I'll be playing on the PS5, but considering that AMD is trying to showcase their GPUs, I'm hoping that the footage we see is going to be intentionally over the top and stunning, and hopefully they have something really good planned for their gameplay showcase. So again, November 2nd is the date to mark, and like always, you know I'll be covering it on the channel whenever we get some brand new info. But lastly, let's move over to the part that I'm sure everybody's been waiting for, and that is customization. Now, like I said at the beginning, I know I've been getting a lot of comments about customization in the comment section. And with most of the stuff that we've been seeing as of late from Godfall mimicking liking Borderlands a lot, I think it's safe to assume that they might be following their customization system in the same sense. Now, when it comes to customization, what we know so far is that there will be colored skins that are available as of right now through the pre-order bonuses and the different editions of the game. And I'm sure there'll be more in-game, but the ones that we've seen so far have come from the pre-order bonuses. And I know some people are probably like, I hope it's not just skin colors. Now, personally, I don't think it's just skin colors, even though we have seen on both the pre-order bonuses and then also some exclusive images, we've got to see some of the other Valorplates in different colors, like a Black Phoenix, which actually looks pretty sick, and some other different colored Valorplates as well. But we've also seen in the fall cinematic trailer that the Valorplate armors that they're rocking in the game are completely different Valorplate armors than what we've been seeing so far. Now, I think it's safe to assume that at some point in the game, we will be able to unlock those armors. Now, what we don't know is how it'll be distributed. Now, part of me is assuming, like I said, it might follow the Borderlands logic where you have your individual head pieces and your individual body parts. And that's essentially what you might be swapping out, is your individual heads and your individual bodies. Now, I know some people are probably wanting each individual piece to be that way, and though I don't think that'll be the case, I think that this might be a happy medium. Now, personally, I would just be fine with each Valorplate having 5-6 different sets of armors, and then we'd be able to use the colors to change the different looks for them individually. But again, I know some people are probably wanting individual armor pieces to be changed and mixed and matched with arms, legs, chest, helmets, and things like that. But as I said at first, I'm 100% certain that we will be getting different looks for the Valorplates and not just colored, especially with one of the voice dialogues that we got at the very start of the first mission, where Raven was talking to Orin about his armor.
Is your armor holding up?
It's sluggish.
Sir, you're still injured.
Doesn't matter. We have a job to do.
Leading us to assume that the armor he's rocking is clearly an older set of armor, and there is newer forms or different forms that you'll be able to unlock or obtain in game. So hopefully that's a bit of clarification on customization in the game. Now, yes, we're still waiting on official word from Gearbox and Counterplay games for Godfall's customization. I mean, they could also hook up a black content creator with some exclusive footage every once in a while. But for the most part, I think this is the safest assumption on how customization might actually work in game. Now, again, I kind of hope I'm wrong and we'll fully get each individual piece, but I kind of think they're going to go the Borderlands route, where they'll have individual heads and individual bodies that can be mixed and matched, along with different colors that can be put on those bodies and heads. But I'm curious to know what you guys personally want in customization, or how y'all think it'll be. Like I said, I'm in the camp where I think it'd be fine if we didn't even have individual pieces and we just had like 5, maybe 4 different unique armor sets for each of the 12 Valorplates, and we could change the colors like that. But again, I know some people do want to mix and match every single piece of the armor. So again, let me know in the comment section what camp you kind of fall under. So I'm gonna wrap up this video right there. We got to look at the SSD load times, a new boss as well, along with when we'll be getting some brand new Godfall footage and potentially some clarifications on the customization, at least as of right now. So thank you all for watching, and like always, be sure to leave a like if you liked the video, leave a dislike if you didn't. Links to all my social media accounts are in the video description, along with the link to the Discord and PlayStation blog post that was at the beginning of this video. So I am out of here, guys. Thanks for watching, and thanks for the love. Thanks for the subs. Peace.